Insert intro here. Anyways, let's talk about things.
Fucking. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Tryhards podcast because Jean can't do an intro. My name's Poky.
My name's Dingleborb.
I'm going to need you to send me 30K after fucking failing that intro, bud.
Ah, shit.
Appreciate
I
it.
don't have that much money.
Neither do I. Not after the fucking things we've been playing. Jesus.
But I don't have 30K.
Oh, our background's fucking insane. If you're not watching the video version of the podcast, please do yourself a favor and pull it up.
Please find the video version of this podcast because this is so AIDS. This is so AIDS. I feel like this is like the physical definition of a YouTube poop.
I mean, it's pretty up there. Like, if it was just a picture form, this would be it.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh god.
100%.
Okay. I want to dive straight head first into the Arknights, but I kind of want to do I kind of want to talk about the main man up front first. Because you've been dying for like 2 weeks to talk about. Finally.
I have been dying. Here's the thing. I think we've both been dying because, like, you had the experience of seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know what we're talking about, before we get too deep into spoiler territory, if you haven't gotten up to date with the current episodes of the Claire Expedition Obscure 33 Let's Play on the Tryhards, go watch it. Go get up to date, and if you haven't played Expedition up until the end of Act 1, either watch the Let's Play or click off of this podcast if you're interested in the game, because it's a pretty big fucking spoiler. Anyways, now that is done, Gustave fucking died. And Poky got to see that for the first time during Let's Play, and that was
there.
I think that was there's 3 key moments that I'm very excited for you to see in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I think, the one I was the most excited for. Because we went through the entirety of Act 1. We went through 13 episodes. Technically 14, but he died halfway through the 14th. We went through 13 episodes of just, Gustave's the main character.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Nothing's gonna happen.
He'll be perfectly fine. And then he just gets clapped.
I was sitting there throughout that entire cutscene being like, does this guy have like some like resurrection powers, or like how is this gonna work? We've got a whole game to go through and this guy's not here. And
we do.
And now I just figured out that all he had to do was Gustave just dyed his hair. That's all he did. He just dyed his hair.
He dyed his hair, got a new accent, changed up his abilities. Now he spins like a Beyblade. It's all right.
No longer has familial ties. Like, that's it. He's just himself.
Yeah,
he's still there. Still there. Look at him. He's just dyed his hair purple in this one.
Yeah, we've come to the point where we just call Verso emo Gustave.
It's what he is.
And so at hell, because when does this come out? Monday as well?
It'll come out Monday, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys will see the first episode of Verso as well today. So if you want to go watch that. We might talk a little bit about that, but yeah, that was something. I'm glad that you finally got to see it, because what's funny about it, and you didn't know until after that recording session, whenever I first started playing Expedition, I would play it in calls with you guys, but I wouldn't share my screen because everyone was interested in playing the game.
Yeah.
Or at least somewhat interested. And I just started crying in the call while playing this game. And I couldn't tell anyone why I was so upset. This was why. Because here's the key difference. You were in there.
Oh no.
It was you, me, and King. You and King were playing Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, this sounds about right.
Yeah, and so you guys were just chilling, and I was over there crying, and I couldn't express why, because fucking I wanted you to so badly play the game. Now I'm playing the game for you.
Hey, it
but
works.
what made it even worse for me was because I was playing it casually and for the first time, I had a lot more time with Gustave than you did in the Let's Play.
Yeah, because you probably did a lot more stuff of like
I went
around
game. And fought everything. I tried to find every single thing on the maps. I explored that final area for probably around 3 hours. um, just making sure I found everything.
And you
Just
can
for him to fucking die.
And you can hear in the recording too, like where like during that entire cutscene, you'll notice in like whenever we're playing like Xenoblade or anything like that, we'll talk over the cutscenes a little bit, especially if it's not one we really
Yeah.
give a fuck about. Throughout that
Yeah.
entire cutscene, dead fucking silent. Not a word
What's
came out of
even
either of our mouths.
it was even funnier for me as the guy who was editing it when I was looking at the
Timeline.
audio track. Like it was just talking, dead silence for so long. Talking, dead silence, talking, little bit of silence, outro.
And wait, you tried to crack a joke here and there, and I'm just sitting there like,
We
what
were
the
trying to,
fuck?
I was trying to crack a joke to keep myself from just getting sad again because I love Gustave so much. And even though obviously you play more of the game with Verso than you do Gustave. So I love Verso a lot as a character. Especially later, like he is I'm not going to say why or anything like that obviously, but he is one of the most well-written characters in any video game I've ever played. And so I love him very deeply. However, it's like if I looked at you and went, "Hey, you love Maple, right? But like what if, hear me out, cinnamon?"
Oh.
It's yeah, that's how it feels with
I miss
Gustave
my
for
boy.
me. Like he my boy.
I miss my boy. You know
I
what's
miss
fucked up? You know what's fucked up?
hmm,
I
hmm.
have so whenever I put my phone on the wireless charger, it puts up pictures of like all of my pets on it. And when you
Oh
said
yeah.
that, it switched from a picture of Maple to a picture of Cinnamon coming out from under his wheel. And I looked down and went, "Oh
Oh.
no!" Now it's
Oh
on a
no,
picture of
my
Iris,
boy.
my cat that got run over by a fucking street sweeper.
Chinese food. Anyways,
We've told that story, I'm sure.
I think we have, and if not, you know what? It's just lore that we won't go into because it's even funnier that way. But yeah, I was really excited for you to see that, but it was even funnier to go back and think about that and be like, man, we were just so silent outside of moments where we just couldn't stop laughing at Mayel and Lune's fucking brush heads.
Yeah, because you forgot to take them off before you
I
came in there,
forgot to
and
take
you
them off
even
before
said
going
during
in
the
there.
recording, like, I really should have taken them out of the fucking brush heads.
I really should have taken them out of the fucking brushes because this is ruining the
But
scene
it
for
was
me.
so fucking that
It was-
that alone gave us some comedic relief.
yeah. Well, our comedic relief just died, so
No, he didn't. He dyed his hair. Fuck you.
something died. I'll let you cope, buddy. It's okay. I'll let you cope.
Until like the
I
next act.
genuinely it's so fucking hilarious though because I went through the whole game because obviously I didn't have anyone to tell me that he wasn't going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I went through the whole game. And here was my thought process. I thought there was some timeline shit, and Verso was actually Gustave from the future trying to kill past Gustave so then he wouldn't get wiped out and he could help everyone again.
He
That
looks
was my
like it.
copium the entire fucking time.
Both him and the dude who shot him look so much like similar to Gustave. I was thinking there was like
They
family
do.
ties.
They do. I thought there was too, but like that not a single thing. I even had the level of copium I'm like maybe Renoir is Gustave. No.
No,
No.
suffer.
They're just two dudes that are not at all related to Gustave.
No, and they look so much like they would be though. So I was sitting there like whenever they showed up, I was like, is this like brothers, like granddads? What's going on here? What the fuck?
Nope.
And
Nope.
then nope, nope, nope. But at
Nope.
least we got the fucking
Nope.
frog.
Nope. The frog.
The fucking frog, whatever he
Oh,
runs around.
SDA.
SDA, whenever he fucking runs around.
SDA.
Every single time I see him, I think of the potato fairy video of the fucking fat ass frog just like showing
Yeah.
its ass to the screen, and I'm like, that right there, that's SDA.
That's SDA.
The little
That's
rocks they're
SDA.
climbing on top of, that's Francois.
Francois. I genuinely I think you should still print out like a little Francois and give it to Francois at work.
I still think I want to. I just
Yeah.
need to hook up the printer at the house because I don't want to use like work materials for it. But
No,
I
no.
really want to
No.
just like Photoshop like a picture of like we we used to have a joke at work where we would hang up a picture. It was a magazine for like a company that we order merchandise products from. They're the ones who make our
Hmm.
merchandise, and they had a picture
Yeah.
that looked almost exactly like Francois. So we would sit there and fucking we hung it up and looked and went, dude, you're employee of the month again. Let's fucking go. And we had that up for like 2-3 months until eventually I learned that we had a cicada at work. The cicada's name is Jeff. The cicada's name
Okay.
was Jeff because Jeff got blown off whenever an air hose exploded at work and just shot him
Oh.
across the fucking building. So he was gone. He's gone. We don't know where he is. He's probably over there, and down the drain. But I put
He
up
is the shop now.
a poster that just said employee of the month. It was like Frank or Joe or something like that. It was
Yeah.
we had like a whole family of like dead cicadas that we just named different things. And
Okay.
and we had the idea that like this one was the kid of Jeff, and it was just like it just says on it at the bottom, it just says they killed my fucking dad.
They killed my fucking dad. Dude, this sounds like a great workplace environment.
It's hanging up in the well, I mean, whenever I'm in the office all the time, like if I've got a little bit of free time during like a break or something, I'll make something stupid and hang it up.
Yeah.
But that's just normally what happens over there, and it's really funny to me.
I love that. I
Um,
love that so much.
but I guess getting a little bit back into the Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Fucking I think the most painful part of this whole thing is we've been wanting to record the podcast for 4 fucking weeks or 2 weeks or whatever the
Yeah.
hell that one was
It's
recorded,
it's been 4 weeks.
and we couldn't do it because if we did
We
it,
couldn't.
when we record the podcast, we upload them day after. Like I get it edited
Yeah.
and uploaded day of us doing it, so it can be ready to go the Monday after. We can't talk about this dude dyeing his fucking hair when it hasn't happened yet for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we recorded Claire is one of those things where I'll just look at him and go, "Hey, you want to play Claire?" And he'll just go, "Yeah." And so we'll just start recording. And we'll record 2-3 episodes at a time for Claire. Obviously cuz we do 2 episodes a week.
Yeah.
But like those episodes to give a better idea, we haven't played Claire in 2 weeks because we were fucking 3 weeks ahead
Yeah.
for
Is this week the
a
last one you
minute.
have?
This week is that the episodes that just got uploaded today are the last episodes we have recorded.
Gotcha. Okay. So we'll need to record
So
more soon.
at some point this week we'll have to record more. But like and oh god, I'm so excited to record more for one specific reason, and it's because I think in the next session we record, one of the moments I also want you to see desperately is going to happen.
Swear to God, if Francois explodes, I'm gonna like.
It
I'm
has
gonna like.
nothing to do with Francois.
Okay, I'm okay.
It
then.
has to do with the introduction of my all-time favorite character of the game.
Rerun?
That's a hell of a segue.
Okay. It would be a hell of a segue if we had a lot more to talk about with Freerun. We don't.
No, Freerun.
It's just really
it's so much
good.
of the same. Where it's just such a good show, man.
It's such a
And
beautiful
every episode
show
that
and
comes
so
out,
good. But
every episode that comes out, I look at it and I'm like, this is paced so beautifully that it feels longer than it actually is, but it doesn't feel like a drag with how long it is.
yeah, the last episode was 3 months.
And yeah,
So good.
literally, it was so good.
You know, we haven't
I
watched
love it so much.
Trigon yet. We need to watch that.
We haven't watched Trigun. We have caught up with JJK though. I did get him to finally watch the 3rd season of JJK, and we finished it in a night. I mean, it's not a
Yeah.
whole lot, but we just binged the fuck out of it.
Well, it's not finished either. We've got caught
It's
up
not
to it.
finished. We're caught up with it. But we still got to get caught up with Trigun, which I completely forgot that Trigun Stampede was coming out again. We also need to finish Doctor Stone at some point because we just completely
And Spy
blanked when the entire
Family.
final season came out. Spy Family, I forgot, came out again. Fucking man,
We got plenty to watch.
we have so much shit to watch, and we were I was sitting here and I'm like, man, we finally got our backlog. We can start watching Hunter x Hunter. No, the fuck we can't. No, the fuck we
We
can't.
got
I made a
quite the
deal with him
backlog.
that whenever I made a deal with this guy that whenever we finished our backlog of stuff that we still had to finish watching, it was what was it we still needed to finish watching? It was Chinubio. It was what else?
So Chanubio at the time, it was Chanubio and Spice and Wolf. I told you I would be fine with watching Spice and Wolf on my own. So
Yeah,
we're chilling on that one.
yeah.
We had Oshinoko, but that show went so much to shit after
I
learning about the future of it that I don't want to fucking
yeah.
watch it.
After
That's
reading the
apparently on
manga
season 3, and I don't want to
to
fucking see it.
yeah after reading the manga for those who have read the manga and for those who haven't, I'm sorry, I'm about to say some words. I got to the point where the identities of the siblings got revealed to each other
Yeah.
and the weirdness that ensued after that. And I
Yeah.
just dropped it. I was like, this is getting really weird. I feel like I've lost the plot because there's like a weird ghost thing, I think. I don't know. I don't understand it.
It
Manga
started
readers,
out
maybe you
such
can
a
explain it to me.
cool
It was
way,
such a cool premise.
and
Like
then
it
incest.
was such a cool premise, and then incest, and
Yeah.
then like just
Ugh.
really, really fucking weird shit. I don't know.
I'm
I don't
watching a
know.
lot of anime lately, honestly. I
Yeah, I started a lot of anime. I haven't finished a lot of anime.
I just watched last Thursday the first 3 episodes of Arknight's anime,
Yeah.
which I've been I dude, getting to sit down and watch that and learn the lore behind the game we're fucking playing right now has been
Yeah.
such a blessing. If you want a way to get the lore of the previous game without having to play the previous tower defense, just watch the anime.
Mhm.
Do be
Well, is it
hinder your expectations on action scenes
okay?
because they while they look okay, they are definitely not made by the same company that made JJK. I will tell you that much.
Well, I would fucking hope not, seeing as Mappa still hasn't given their workers enough pay for the shit they're trying to put out.
Or a lunch break.
Because or lunch break or holiday or days off period. Like I am astonished at how much Mappa is doing. Like I get that Mappa is a bigger anime studio now, so they have a lot of teams, they can delegate the work a lot better. But they are doing way too much that is way too good look wise for me to look at and say, yeah, that makes sense for how long of time it took in between seasons. The only one that made sense for how long it took in between seasons was Hell's Paradise that just came out again. Because that show, beautiful. And I think there was a year and a half, maybe 2 year gap between the seasons.
I have never seen any of Hell's Paradise. I think I mentioned I would try it, but I have never seen any of it.
I I mentioned it to you because I really like Hell's Paradise. I think now that you're better with gore or blood to say specific,
Well, yeah, because
it
if I
you
didn't
could
like blood, I
handle it.
couldn't have watched Iron Lung.
Yeah, you could handle it. But man, I would love to talk about Iron Lung if I fucking seen it. I really want to see it.
You got. I think it's no longer in theater, so I think you're kind of
It's
screwed
no
at the
longer
moment.
in theaters, so I'm just gonna
So you
wait
gotta
until it
wait
comes
until the
out,
Blu-ray.
or until it comes out on YouTube, whichever happens first.
Yeah, because this is what
Because
we're gonna straight up say this right now. I am a big advocate of piracy in a lot of cases. I refuse to pirate
yeah,
Iron Lung. I will definitely have my ways of getting it onto our Jellyfin whenever it happens, but I'm buying a
mhm.
fucking copy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I that's one of the few
Um,
where I'm like, I will rip it myself. I will learn how to just for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Because good movie, not big company. One dude and his team,
One dude who starred, wrote, directed everything.
and even got the creator of the game behind it. Like it
He got the creator
was,
of the game behind it. He provided the budget.
yeah, which is great.
Like it was completely out of
That
pocket
thing,
for him.
that thing made so much
Everyone
more than the budget.
everyone got such a crazy bonus. I think it made like what 4 times the amount of budget in just the first like day.
Yeah, by the time it got out of theaters, I think it was 10x the budget,
Yeah, like
which
that's
is
it's just, and obviously those
insanity.
numbers might be skewed because we don't know, but that's wild, man. That's so insane.
And I wasn't even
Like,
gonna watch the movie. But Mid was gonna go watch it with
yeah,
one of her friends, and I can't exactly go watch it with her, but I was like, you know what? That's enough. I want something to talk about with her. So I went and drove up immediately. Like, it was 5 minutes until the screens turned on whenever I got there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm just going to
Yeah.
go. I'm going to go watch it. And good movie. He
Hmm.
did great with it. A lot of scenes in it. I was a little surprised on how they did it, especially if you look at the behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, dude, I've seen like some of the behind the scenes stuff and like the way that they built the sets and like how it's insane how much of that movie, at least from my understanding, was
Was
done at least part way practical.
Yeah, most of it was practical effects. There was some CGI. The biggest
Obviously,
piece of
there's
CGI
CGI
is
being
like
used, but
the monster that's in the fucking lake.
yeah.
Which, if you haven't seen what that thing looks like, my god, is it
I
terrifying!
have no idea because I've not played the game, I've not seen the game, and obviously I haven't seen the movie yet. Like I'm
So
going into it completely blind.
so the game's version of the monster is nothing compared to the artist render of it. Of
Uh-huh.
what was put into the movie. The person behind the movie makes horror effects for fun.
Oh, yeah.
So the person who decided how the monster was going to look in the movie, they posted full renders of what it looked like in their artist form. It is one of the most terrifying looking things that I could believe being in the ocean.
Oh man, that's exciting. And dude, there's so many things that I'm just so excited for to see like that. Like I'm very excited to obviously see that movie. But at some point soon, I really want to try Reanimal that just came out because I'm doing my best to go into that completely fucking blind because I was spoiled to hell and back on Little Nightmares,
I
which
have
I
not
fucking
seen
love the Little Nightmares games.
anything of Little Nightmares or Reanimal, but I did mention that I would
I've
play it with you.
played yeah, I've played Little Nightmares 1 and 2. I haven't played 3, but I've seen the first like hour of 3.
I don't know if I count 3 as
Um
a third game though, since they changed the development company.
I mean it's still it takes place in the same-ish type of thing. It's still the same pr- I don't know how to describe Little Nightmares to someone who doesn't do Little Nightmares. Because I
It's like
don't
a
want to say
puzzle
it's the same
platformer, isn't it?
world.
It's like a puzzle platformer with horror elements.
Yeah, I would it is very akin to Inside and Limbo, which I love both of those games. I still haven't finished Limbo, but I fucking love Inside. Um
Yeah,
it is very akin to those games. I don't know if you ever watched whenever I played Inside,
I
but
watched a little bit of it.
that game was beautiful. I loved how and it's the same way with Little Nightmares, where the game doesn't give you anything. You just figure things out as you're playing it.
That is always such a great thing. I fucking hate
And
games that just shove
because
every single piece of knowledge down your fucking
right,
throat.
right. Because and here's the reason that I love it so much is because Inside has zero dialogue.
I
There is not a
noticed that
single thing of dialogue in that game.
when you played Limbo, there wasn't a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no dialogue. It's all like sounds. Like you'll hear screaming or grunting or music or it's all sound design. There's not conversations or there's not people telling you the lore. You just figure it out by what's going on.
This is going to be a really shitty representation, but I feel like it's the only way I have a game that I have played that has a similar way of telling a story. It's like
Uh-huh.
Monument Valley in the way it tells its story throughout the entirety of it. Because the entire story is told without a single piece of fucking text, except for like when you beat a level, it gives you a small piece. But everything
Yeah.
is done throughout you like completing the puzzles in the entirety of it. They don't give you like hints or anything through it. That game's really fun. I want to play Monument Valley again. I have it on
There's so
PC.
many games. There's so many games that like I've just wanted to play again, like just in my head. And one of the main ones, and this is why I was so excited to watch it in the state of play, was I really want to go back and play all the God of War games again. And so now
I
that they're working on a remake of the trilogy,
am so
I'm
pissed off at
excited.
that fucking state of play bullshit. There was nothing.
There was nothing I cared about. Now, don't get me wrong, to the right person, the right people, that state of play was really cool because we got to see more of Pragmata, whatever the fuck it is. That game looks really pretty.
There was a
And while
cute
it's probably
RPG.
not
That's
and
all I
while it's
saw.
not something I'm gonna like look at, it looks cool. They showed a lot of Konami games, so if you're a really big Konami fan and like just a big like Metal Gear fan, for example, you're gonna fucking love that state of play.
I don't think I've played a single
Um,
Konami game.
I've played a couple. I've not played very
Well,
much. One of the only Konami games I've ever played was Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and that's just because that game is meme gold.
I think they own the Hudson soft stuff, so I guess I have played some of them, but they don't. I haven't played one
I
that
don't know.
that Konami made. I'm not a
Yeah.
Metal Gear fan. I'm not. I don't know what else they make. But I know I'm not a Metal Gear fan.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up on it.
Um,
I didn't play any of it. Unfortunately, I grew
right.
up with the Kirby's and the Mario's, and that's it. And Pikmin,
You grew up with a lot more like
first party
Nintendo than
Nintendo.
anything. Yeah. Um,
We had a
yeah, that's a better
PS2.
way of saying it. You grow up with a lot more first party things as opposed to like individual studios, like going to Konami or in my case From Software, right? Like you don't do that stuff.
I
You're just like, "Oh, Nintendo? Cool."
I had a buddy in fucking high school who every single
Mhm.
time that he was like, he would talk like up and down about how amazing Dark Souls is and how
Yeah.
wonderful the game is. And I was like, oh, maybe I could play it. And he just looked at me and goes, no, you wouldn't be
No.
able to handle it. And like
Uh-huh.
that haunted me throughout the entire time to the point where whenever I finally did get to play one, I was hesitant throughout the entirety of like even starting because of
Mhm.
that voice in my head of no, you can't handle it.
Yeah.
And granted, being completely honest, I can barely handle a Souls like, and I do not like the Dark Souls series.
Yeah.
Um, I like playing them with buddies, but in terms of playing them as like the single player adventure they are meant to be,
Mhm.
they're not for me.
Yeah.
Um,
I still think me and you, like, I need to get you set up with a Dark Souls 3 seamless co-op thing so we don't have to worry about embers or joining any of that. Like we could just play the game together. I think that would be a much more enjoyable experience
I
for
feel like
you.
after playing fucking Code Vein 2, I'd probably be more likely to try an Elden Ring seamless co-op.
I would be okay with trying one. Just know I'm not going to enjoy it as much as I would if we did Dark Souls. I genuinely I've gotten to a point where Elden Ring, like the idea of starting a run
Yeah,
and having a run in mind is
yeah,
really fun in my head. And
and
then
then
I
you get
play it
started.
and I'm like, God, this is so boring because
Yeah,
it is so repetitive and I've played it so much and I've put so many hours into it that I no longer have the same enjoyment out of the game. Now, if they released a second DLC, I
why?
would be
So it can
all
be
over
a
it because
contender for
whenever
Game of Year again.
yeah, 100%, right? But like I loved the DLC my first playthrough, but that was it. My first playthrough was really most of my enjoyment
I feel like that's the
because
same
it
for
was
a
new.
lot of them though, because like I've played through AI Limit twice. I've played through Code Vein one and a half times.
Yeah.
I do not like replaying games very much once I finish them, unless there's something that really attached to me, like Witchspring, where I played it through in my free time. Now I'm doing it for Let's Play.
Right.
But like AI Limit, the only reason I played through it a second time is because I realized I fucked myself out of the proper ending, and I really wanted to fix it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and even playing through it a second time was a lot of fun. So I can
Yeah.
understand sitting down and liking and enjoying and playing a game multiple times. I will not play through AI Limit a third time. I am glad I have a save
Yeah.
file still from that Let's Play stuff so that whenever the DLC comes out next fucking month, I can sit down and play that. And yes, that'll be
Yeah.
bonus content. Keep an eye out. Um,
Hell yeah.
but I'm looking forward to it. I am terrified of it. Um,
Mhm.
but Souls games in general, man, like normally frustrate the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that's
Especially
fair.
the
I
actual Dark Souls series feels so slow compared to like AI Limit and Code Vein and all the rest of them.
Well, so the reason that they feel slow to you is you don't have the same level of immersion with those that you do with Code Vein and AI Limit. Now, AI Limit is its own case because with AI Limit, you don't have to worry about the one thing that will always plague the minds of every single Souls player:
Stamina bar.
stamina.
Yeah,
Stamina. Like
yeah, because that one
I
gets
was
switched out for the
playing
sync rate.
yeah, I was playing through Dark Souls 3 today. In fact, I started a new Dark Souls 3 run because I've had the really big itch to just play Dark Souls. Because unlike you, and this is nothing against you because everyone has their own opinions and how they feel about games,
Yeah,
I adore Dark Souls, specifically Dark Souls 3 and obviously Bloodborne is my favorite game of all time. I think those games are the perfect example of a good Souls game because, in my opinion, the boss fights are all fucking amazing. What I know about the story is really enticing. I love the world and the level design, and I really, really fucking love the combat systems. Like the weapons they have and just how the combat feels. It doesn't feel clunky, it feels great.
And this
However,
this may be a problem with me
however,
specifically on Dark Souls though.
yeah. However, I will say my biggest gripe with Dark Souls 3 specifically
Mm-hmm.
is the fucking stamina usage is insane. Like obviously it's amazing compared to Dark Souls 1. I don't even want to think about Dark Souls 1 stamina usage where I swing a singular straight sword and half of my stamina bar is gone.
Yeah, that's
Like
annoying.
that shit's insane. But like Dark Souls 3 stamina usage feels so crazy whenever I just play like Bloodborne or I watch you play through AI limit. I'm sitting here watching you just go ham with R1s and I'm sitting here I'm like I can do one L1 and then I can't dodge anymore.
I have had to so this is something that I wanted to talk about a little bit, but for like Code
Yeah.
Vein 2, I've had to map the so you have the option same thing as an AI limit in that game where you can have different options for a singular spell that you get to
Uh-huh.
use. And one of them is the speed spell from AI limit where you can use it as a dodge button that doesn't take
Okay.
stamina.
Yeah.
I have started using that most of the time whenever I am like, I need to really get some damage in here, and I need my stamina to fuck off for a minute. And that has
That's
started
fair.
working out great.
I think that is a wonderful thing to have in a game. And now don't get me wrong, Dark Souls has an equivalent. The problem is those abilities will still use some stamina and will actually also drain your magic bar.
Ooh.
Like it'll do both.
I'll stick to the blood being drained, thanks.
Right, right. So I, it's something, man. It's something. But as much as I can sit here and say complaints about these games, I fucking love them. Like they are amazing games
Well,
to me.
that's why you can say these complaints about these games because you love them so much that you can enjoy them in spite of their flaws and still know they
Yeah,
are flaws.
right.
Like
I can
no game is a perfect game. There is no such thing.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion is pretty fucking
Okay,
good.
yeah, no, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. You're right.
That game
I
that
have
game's
spoken sin.
insane.
I apologize. I also apologize because I forgot about how good of a game CryptoZoo was. I mean, we gotta. Sometimes you gotta just take the L. Sometimes you gotta deal with it.
Fucking Crypto
Oh shit! I got a lawsuit.
You got a lawsuit pending right now, brother.
Oh shit! Oh
It's okay, you might be
no!
able to meet CoffeeZilla now.
Oh, that'd be a worthwhile lawsuit. I don't care how much in debt I'm
Actually,
about to be.
could you if like are you able to like meet plaintiffs that are also a part of the same lawsuit?
So if it's
Is
of
that a
if it's
thing you can do
if it would
legally?
be a part of the same lawsuit, yes. But the problem is that that one is currently ongoing, so they wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
add current people into it.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be adding a person if I got sued. I would just have a separate lawsuit. It would also
Yeah, that's
be in
fair.
my jurisdiction, which would be weird. Um,
That would be weird.
do we have? I don't know if we have anti-slap in this area. He'd be screwed. He'd also just.
Anyways, um to not go too deep into that because as much as I do want to talk about it, the likelihood of being sued right now is pretty fucking high.
Yeah,
Um
neither of us have the money to deal with that.
God fucking no. I never mind.
Just started a fucking brine
Uh
shrimp tank. I don't have time for this shit.
started a fucking brine trip tank. Bro, I'm over here and just like I bought lunch. I
I
shouldn't
bought
have, but I bought
avocados for the
lunch.
first time in a couple months.
Oh, I would kill for an avocado. You know what I had today?
What'd you have? What'd you eat? Because I haven't eaten today.
I
Make me
got
hungry.
I got a really good deal on some Taco Bell. So I got some Taco Bell today.
Taco Bell.
And I got you may not know this, but people who go to Taco Bell and actually enjoy it. You already know what it is when when you're trying to eat good on the cheap. I got myself a Lux box,
Yeah.
and right now the Lux box has like it has like a steak grilled cheese burrito.
Yeah, I've had it before. This is not the first time they've had
That
it.
shit is so good. I had it
Pro
for the first time today. That shit is so good.
Two pro tips for you. One, get the app for Taco Bell.
Mm.
They have a digital version of a box that is 4 items for $5 or $6.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's a good way to eat cheap. And on Tuesday
Mm.
at 4 p.m. your time, 5 p.m. my time, they release an item on the menu for $1. First
Oh
5,000
shit.
people to
Okay.
get the item. You just have to put in the order to claim your spot.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you have like 5 minutes once that after that time to go ahead and put in your order. But
Yeah.
man, I've gotten some good deals on that. That's whenever I first tried my first Crunch Wrap. Because that was $1,
Oh
and I went,
really?
oh, that was
Yeah.
good
Them shit's good.
and
I love Crunch
delicious.
Wraps. I love me some Taco Hell, man. My toilet does not. Actually, I
I
don't ever
don't
have
get sick
this
from Taco
problem.
Bell, as weird as
Yeah,
that is.
I don't have the random shits problem with Taco Bell that some people have,
No,
but
I get that more
I
with like Wendy's and shit because of the grease.
I just don't really get it with fast food. Like a
I
lot
don't
of people
eat
have it.
fast food.
Okay, okay, no, no. I will say this.
Is it Burger
I
King?
will say this. No, it was
Oh,
not Burger King. The first time that I ever had Dairy Queen's actual food,
oh, that was a
I
mistake.
was on the toilet for an hour.
That was a mistake. There's a
Yeah,
reason they're
cause
called the Dairy Queen, not the Burger King.
yeah, well, you know, the Burger King is also pretty shit.
I agree.
So
I have had like people around us tell me that Burger King is like the shit, and I'm like, no, it's just shit.
there there are things from Burger King that are fucking amazing.
I
However,
disagree.
if one item on your menu is good and the rest of it is shit, you can fuck off.
I think the fact that the Whopper doesn't automatically come with cheese is a sin.
I will disagree with you on that because I don't think a burger needs cheese,
I think a
personally.
burger needs cheese. I think a
I don't
fast
think it
food
does.
burger needs cheese.
No, I don't
Yeah, cheesy
necessarily think
cheddar.
so. I think okay, that's but you are comparing the cheesy cheddar to a fast food burger. Okay, that is a sin because a cheesy cheddar is not a fast food burger. That
No,
is godlike on a plate.
I agree. I miss it so much.
I fucking miss the cheesy cheddar. If you guys know the cheesy cheddar from Wendy's,
Whenever they were like
use a
99
real
cents
one.
and you could get like a
The
bag of
99
them for like
cent
20
cheesy
bucks.
cheddar, you could get a literal like
We did that literally
family
one time
size bag. I know
whenever
that
you
you were on
visited
vacation, right?
whenever you no you so you came over whenever you still lived in the area. You
Mhm.
came over and we were just like, "Hey, easy jitters." And we went up there and grabbed like fucking 5 of these bastards.
So I remember that, but didn't you say there was a time when you were on vacation and this was the first time you had them? Your mom went to a Wendy's
So that wasn't on
and she
vacation.
brought back like a bag?
That was we were poor as shit and
Okay.
we were hungry and my mom was like, "I'm going to go to Wendy's real quick." And she came back and just slapped a bag on the table with like 20 sandwiches in it. And I was like, "What are these?" She's like, "They're like 99 cents cheeseburgers. Are probably not good." And I sat there and I devoured like 8 of them.
Dude, that's the sad part about them is they're so delicious, but you feel like such a fat ass when you eat them because you can just eat so
How many
many. But
calories
then
did
you
I consume that day? Hold
I
on.
don't know what is the calorie count of a cheesy cheddar. But here's the problem, right? Here's the thing. You sit there and you're like, man, I feel like such a fat ass because I can eat so many of them. They're 99 cents a piece. You just ate $8 worth of food, which is the same price you could get for basically a
A meal?
fucking a baconator meal. That's it. That's
I
all you could get.
not anymore. The
Well,
sandwich alone is $8.
at the time, whenever you
Yeah.
would have had that, it would have been $8 for the baconator.
So
Like,
I found out how many is in a single cheesy cheddar. So I had 2,320 calories that day for that one meal. 290 calories in one burger.
that's not bad.
I have eaten worse. That guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
The Sheets nearby me has
Mhm.
a bunch of like sweets and stuff that are like 2 for $3.
Mm.
Day after payday, that's breakfast. I get like two or three of them, or 2 of them, and then a thing of no bake cookies. I am pretty
Yeah.
sure just those alone is about 2,000 calories. And then I have like whatever energy drink and like normally like a breakfast sandwich on top of that. I am a fat ass that day.
Was probably another 400 or 500 from that.
The sandwich is probably
From
300. The Red Bull's is 150.
I was gonna say, I know energy drinks are usually around 130 to 150, at least for the ones we drink.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
if
don't
I'm
know.
drinking whatever I don't know what our energy sponsor is, but I'm gonna go with the one I actually drink. If I drink some gamer subs, then like that's 0 calories. I think we're
Yeah,
sponsored by Rogue. I don't
we
know.
are. I believe the podcast is sponsored. I know the channel is sponsored by Rogue
Well, I mean,
or
it's the same
affiliated
thing.
with Rogue at
Yeah,
least.
affiliated. We
But
they don't pay us unless you buy stuff with our code, which is why
yeah,
we tell you to use the code. But at the same time, I will straight up tell you, I stopped drinking their products a while ago because they got too expensive. Also because the
that's
waifu
fair.
cups are cheaper at gamer
Yeah,
subs.
I do at some point in time want to get like some stuff with gamer subs because
Do
I've
the
been
sample pack.
drinking. I do want to get
It's
the
free.
sample pack, but is it?
Yeah, it's free. As long as no one's ordered it to
It's,
your house before, it's free to get a sample pack.
I'm doing that right now. Live on the podcast.
Yeah, that
Um,
I did that for I actually asked them whenever I ordered some of my like V card stuff. I was like, "Hey, I really want
uh-huh.
to do a review thing on the thing. Can I just have one more free sample? I know I've already used mine for this location, but can I have it?" They went
Mhm.
yeah, we were going to send them anyway. I was like, "Okay, cool." So I have 5 packs of different flavors in front of me that are being saved for a rainy day on a Poky 2 video whenever I don't have things like brine shrimp and the fucking Patreon stuff to deal with.
Fucking sweet.
Because I before we sat down for this, I recorded that Poky 2 video, including getting. I showed off the tank and then I took a video of the setup after it was done because I'm
Yeah.
not going to sit here and show everything I did to the tank because I fucking mutilated the fucking lid. Because I wanted to put
believe that.
aquarium shit in there, and I was like, I'm gonna mutilate this fucker. Actually, I have the flavors in front of me. Hold on, what flavors are there? I know that my favorite flavors not in here, but I have a bunch of them anyway. So I've got some goof juice, some
Mm.
lemonade, some Sakura Splash that looks like Silvervale on it. Some that's a weird name for that. Some BBL.
Oh,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
BBO.
Oh,
Get that
blueberry,
BBO.
blueberry
Blueberry
lemon.
lemonade.
Okay, and some
Blueberry
raw
lemonade.
meat from Meat Canyon.
Oh, the Meat Canyon one, yeah.
Is blueberry lemonade from like is that Tom's?
That's the Clueless podcast.
Oh, okay. The things on it, I was like, this art style looks like fucking Turkey Tom. Did Turkey Tom get a fucking flavor already? First I
He
gotta
might
hear
have, but no,
first I
that
gotta hear about his fucking flavor, and then I gotta hear about his fucking hog. What the hell, man?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the
Oh
last
man.
time.
Oh man, I still got to pay for shipping.
No,
My
it should be.
shipping is 420.
Use the code fuck shipping.
Is that actually a thing?
I believe it is. Yeah, it was for a bit.
Is it all one word lowercase?
All one word, all capitalization. Fuck shipping.
Fuck.
We're gonna find out if this works here and now.
It did. The shipping's free. It did. It did. Note to self: if you want to get free gamer subs, get the free GG samples and use code fuck shipping if you
You
live
can
in
only
America.
do it one time per address. That's one thing to realize.
Yes.
They will, if you are caught doing it multiple times, like if you make multiple accounts or you have multiple people ordering it to your house or anything like that, they will just fucking ban your address from their system. So just be careful.
Noted.
So don't let
Oh
like
my
some chuckle
god.
fuck order a bunch of them. But yeah, you should get like it'll be 5 random flavors.
Yeah.
My favorite's the blowhole blast. That is Shy Lily's flavor. It is delicious.
I have tried the blowhole blast while I was over there.
It was
wasn't
good.
bad. It was very sweet.
Actually, no, you had Schlatt's milk.
Did I? It was titty milk. You're
Yeah,
right. It was titty milk.
Well, it's just called
It was
Schlatt's
titty
milk now.
milk.
They had to change the name, unfortunately. Just like they
At
had
the
to
time,
change.
it was titty milk.
They had to change the name of Only Fox to Foxley.
Yeah.
Which was my other
That's
favorite
so
flavor. That's
fucking
orange.
hilarious.
That's an orange flavor. That's so delicious, man. I'm out of it. I need to order more. I could sit here and talk about caffeine for ages. We've only gone through one of the things in the fucking background. Let's fucking go.
I know. Let's go.
Our background is our topic list. I don't fucking know. Like my brain just pulled like
Yeah.
a shot. What the hell?
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Gene's not. He just ordered
God.
caffeine.
I did
Don't
just
use
order
PayPal.
caffeine. Since it's free, I don't have to do anything with it.
I know it's great.
It just makes me put in the billing address and
You know, I'm just
bada bing,
gonna
bada boom.
I'm just gonna ask you. Want to talk about Arknights, bud? Want to talk about some infield?
Yeah, let's talk about Arknights because So I will be very real with you.
Mm-hmm.
I After getting Gilberta and getting Gilberta built, I
Mm-hmm.
haven't really played a whole lot of Arknights because like I do the event stuff and then that's really about it. Like I'll log in, do my dailies, do all that
You're waiting
shit,
for the
and
next
that's
story to come out.
about all I do because I want more story and I don't want to feel I'm like I've done too much in the game
You don't want to feel like
because
it's Genshin
my
again
goal I don't want to feel like it's Genshin, but I also like I don't want to feel like I have to spend money to
to
have
get
fun.
ahead. Yeah.
Well, it's not
I
even to get ahead, it's to do something in the game. Because
yeah,
I've
I'm
done all of the available quests, and now I haven't completed all of like the world stuff. Like I still have Oraline to grab. I still have chests to get. Like
I'm
I
glad
have all
there's a
that
counter
stuff,
and a radar in
but
game already because that took forever to
I
come
am
out in
very glad.
Genshin.
I'm also very glad that they made an interactive map, like an
Yeah.
official interactive
Yeah,
map.
that's something that surprised me whenever
That's
y'all told
fucking
me about it.
insane.
Because most games do not make their own interactive map, and they were just like, "Yeah,
No,
no, here you go. We know what you're here for.
yeah,
We know what you want to do. If we're gonna have someone do it, it might as well be fucking us."
might as well.
Um, on top of that, dude, all the merch and stuff they've released, man, I've been tempted to buy some. I've been
Yeah,
tempted to get a keychain, but I don't want their fucking keychain on their website is a gotcha system as well, because you buy a keychain and you
yeah.
don't know which one
That
you're gonna get.
that shit, dude. I'm such a gamble. I'm such a gambling man at heart. Even though I hate gambling, I think actual gambling is one of the worst things you can do. But
Gotchas are like awful for us.
man, do I love playing gotcha games.
Gotchas are awful for us. There'll be a time whenever me and you are sitting down and we're just like we're going through, and the second we get like one of those like free poll tickets on the standard banner, because I'm saving right now, you're not.
Oog,
Um
oog, oog,
every time
oog.
fucking we go ape shit anytime that anyone in the we have a rule that if anyone's playing the game and we're in the call together, you share your screen, and if you got a poll, you gotta show it.
You
Um
gotta show it.
because it
And
makes us lose our fucking minds for some reason.
we lose our fucking shit, man. And I'm so sad that the only times I've pulled something like insane, like I did with Yvonne and with Gilberta, where it went from the 5-star to a 6-star,
Yeah,
I did it
which
when you guys
you
weren't around.
which you were now the proof that that exists, where it'll turn from a 5 to a
I am
6.
now the proof that you needed to see that existed because I
Yeah,
did record it while
because
I
there
was
was
pulling.
no other person that I have seen get that happen. I have watched streams, I have watched TikToks, I
I've
have watched so much stuff.
seen
I have never seen it in any other game than Uma Musume to do that.
I've seen it happen with streamers, but it was a similar thing where they were just trying to skip the cutscene and went, I can't skip the cutscene. What is this shit? And then it became a 6-star, and they went, what?
Yeah, that's kind of cool to me, because it's I,
Yeah,
this being the only couple I've only played a couple gotcha games, because I don't play much of the
yeah,
Hoyoverse ones. After I get my character and then I leave. Um
yeah.
And then, but with like
Oh,
Uma Musume, fucking the you can hit the skip button and it'll just bring you through all of them, except for
yeah,
the fact that if you have one that's going to turn into a 6, it'll bring you to the door to show you the 6, and then it'll bring them out. And that's my only time I've ever seen that happen in a game. To my knowledge, Hoyo doesn't do that. You know if it's a 6 or a
no,
5-star right off the bat. This game has
yeah.
fucked up my ideas
You
of what a 5, a 6, a 4, and a 3 is.
Yeah, it's all weird. Now, here's the awesome thing. This was one thing that I loved about Arknights day one, was that there wasn't any bullshit when it comes to doing the character pulls. You're not just getting weapons, you're getting characters. So, instantly, as soon as at least for me, as soon as I finished the beginner banner, I already had all the 4-stars fucking maxed out.
Snack.
Snack. Like that was really cool to me that
I
the weapon banner was the only place you could pull weapons.
And I love the fact that the weapon banner is not something that you have to spend money on. Now, I have learned you can, but you do
You
not
can.
have to.
You don't have to because you get the weapon banner pulls by doing
Character
regular
pulls.
pulls.
And
It's
you're going to be
so
doing
cool.
those
I
character pulls
love
anyway to get the person that you want for that weapon banner anyway, so you might as well just sit there and play
that
the game.
system. Fucking love that system.
Yeah, it's great. And it also means that whenever you're done with like your pulls on the characters, you're like, "Ooh, do I have one for the thing yet?" No, but let me just wait a little bit and I'll be able to do that one soon.
Yeah, and you'll be able to do it again.
And you can also
Like
get them from
that's
like in-game credits. You can get both Originium and the or that's not what the gacha system stuff is. The bread crystal stuff. You can get that and the
Yeah,
credit and the
Orlight or something.
yeah, you can get those and the arsenal credits right off the bat.
Yeah,
Full free. You can get so many free stuffs in this game,
hopefully
but
you can.
I do understand some people's a little bit upset by how obscure some of the system is. Like for example,
Yeah,
how much of the gold the gold it takes to make a red crystal, because one of them
yeah,
is worth 500 instead of it being like Genshin where it's 1-to-1. People aren't used to that because they're coming from games like Genshin, Star Rail, Zenless and all that.
yeah.
And they aren't coming from Arknights where one of those was worth 600, I believe. We don't have our resident Arknights expert here to be able to tell us which one is the right one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not summoning him
Nexus!
into here. Yeah, I'm not summoning him into here
Nexus!
because he would be scarred for life.
He would be scarred for life.
But like a lot of the gacha system is confusing. The fact that there isn't really a 50-50 system. It kind of exists, but it doesn't really. You can
It kind of
fail.
exists, but not really.
You can fail
You
twice
can,
in a row. That is a thing.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
fail it, that does not mean the next one's guaranteed. That is the only thing that people are really pissed off about. Well,
But
one of the few.
here's my thing though.
Mm-hmm.
In my personal experience, and maybe I'm just the luckiest son of a bitch alive.
You're gonna
I've
get
not
it.
had to worry about that.
You're gonna
I've not
get it.
had to worry about that much.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I've gotten multiple copies. I have 2 copies of Lava,
Yeah.
but
2 copies of lava cake.
I've got 2 copies of Lava Cake, and I have all but 2 of the 6 stars because fucking Li Fong keeps coming to my goddamn game, and I have C3 Li Fong, and I hate my life. But
I
no, I'm missing Pog and I'm missing Ember. I have Yvonne, I have Gilberta, I have Lava.
which I'm little upset because I want Yvonne. I'm waiting for her
I
banner.
know
That comes out next
you
week, I
want
think, right?
Yvonne so bad.
Or no, week after.
24th,
Week
I
after.
think.
Yeah.
24th or 27th, one of
Oh, it's
those.
like 9 days.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
say
fairly close.
we'll say 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I've been saving my pulls for that one. I did pull for Gilberta. I got her in my first 20.
you got Gilberta in the first 20 or 30
Um,
pulls,
me being
which
fully
good for you.
admitting to this, I have spent money on this game. He has not. I have spent
I
too
I
fucking
bought
much.
the $5
Yeah,
thing. I
you
bought
bought the
the
monthly
daily
pass.
login. Yeah, I bought the monthly pass,
That's
but
always
that's
that's
it.
always the one that seems more worth it to me.
That's what seems worth it because I bought the Welkin Moons in Genshin. And
Same
I
here.
did spend money on Genshin, but I spent money because I was really invested in the game for a while.
Yeah.
Now I kind of regret spending that money because I don't play the game. I don't like the game.
Yeah.
They've done too much without actually giving me something to enjoy.
Yeah, Genshin is a weird one because the entirety of the game, like, you get to that first area, you have like so many things happening. The story seems like it's really picking up. It's gonna be awesome. This is gonna be great. And then you finish that first boss, and it's like, well, piss off. And then you're sent to the
Yeah.
next area, and the next area just feels like shit.
Yeah, Liyue felt like such a bad fucking story. Now, don't get me wrong, I really liked the last like 5%.
The only thing
Like
that I gave a fuck
like
about was
getting
the
to the
coconut.
child fight, and then doing what comes after the child fight where like I think you're on some floating shit thing. I don't remember. But doing all of that last bit, that was really cool. Inazuma's story, fuck you. Sumeru's story, fuck you.
I didn't even start that one.
Dude, oh my god, it was so bad. I hated it so much because it was just so much dialogue, so much of talking to characters I really don't care about. And then whenever the desert stuff came in, there was one character I cared for, and it's only because his English voice actor is amazing. The character himself is so fucking
Is it
bad.
is he that voice actor?
He's that voice actor. For those who
Okay.
don't get what I'm saying, it's Alejandro Saab, his character in Genshin Impact, Sino. I think it's Sino. It's something like that.
It is Sino.
Sino is in a he's such a cool character in the story. As a character in the game, he's so underwhelming. It's not even funny.
And it's so sad
Like
because I really
it's
wanted
so
to keep
sad
playing
to
the
me
fucking game.
because it's so sad to me as an enjoyer of the game, and obviously you don't have a point of reference for this, but all my Genshin players who at the very least know the era of Genshin that I was playing in. I stopped playing pretty much after Wanderer got released.
Oof.
Fucking why is Kaching better than Sino? Why is Kaching, who is one of the worst 5-star DPSs in the fucking game, why is she better than Sino?
I mean, she was
What the
she
fuck?
was gonna be good for my team, but that was just because I wanted that team.
You just
I
play
picked
characters you
characters I
like.
like. I
You pick
There has
characters you like,
never
which
been a
I
time
respect
where
the fuck out of.
I have picked a game and been like, I'm gonna meta the shit out of this.
Which is
Fucking,
so funny to me because you love Ganyu, and Ganyu's one of the strongest DPSs in fucking Genshin's.
I didn't build her. I fucking hate building in that game. We can get into that
Yeah.
in this too. Building characters in fucking
Oh,
Genshin
dude,
sucked
building
so
characters in
much. It was
Genshin
all
sucked.
RNG
It
bullshit.
was all now in the game now. They've added less RNG to it, and you can like actually build stuff a little easier. However, it is nothing compared to Arknights
It is so much
because
easier.
Arknights is so fucking easy.
You
Because
make it.
even just to get the best stats, guess what you do? You make more,
You
and
make it
then you
yourself.
artifice them,
Yeah,
and
that's all
that's
you do.
it.
That's all you do.
And
That's
that's
all
all
you
you
do. The
do.
only thing you gotta
And that's
grind
everything.
is there is a singular dungeon where you can get the little the gem slot type things. Are they called artifices? Is that what they're called?
No, those are essences that you're
Okay,
talking
those
about.
where you can get those.
Essences is the RNG thing. However,
It's
here's the
one
thing.
dungeon, and I can
No,
beat
no,
the
no, no, no,
fuck out of everything there.
no, 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 no. Here's the thing. Here's the kicker. You can get tickets to guarantee that at least one of the essences has the exact fucking stats that you
I
want.
didn't know that. That's oh
They
man.
are super expensive. You pay a lot of the stock tickets to buy them. They're very expensive.
But it's
However,
stock
you can
tickets.
buy so many of them.
It's
I
stock tickets.
genuinely, it's stock tickets. That's it. It's in the fucking stock trading. That's it. You just go to
I
Bunny Man, you can buy them.
I I appreciated that so much because it took me all of 20 minutes to build up my entire team up to almost the maximum stats and everything
Yep.
there because
Yep.
I didn't have to sit here and grind a single fucking dungeon over and over and over for weeks, for months. I sat there for months trying to get Ganyu's bullshit, and I never got but one piece
Which
of it.
is which is so funny because Ganyu is the hardest to build for me because you don't even there's not a domain to farm the best stuff for her. You get it from boss drops.
Yep,
Fucking boss drops.
yep. And it sucks. It absolutely
It
sucks.
sucked so bad. I'm so happy that I got so lucky with my Ganyu, but my Ganyu is also shit. My Ganyu could be so much better.
I just
But I don't care to make her. I didn't care to make her any better because she was doing good dungeon clear times. She was doing amazing boss clears. So what the fuck did I have to do?
The only thing that was fun with Genshin for me after a long while was just the fact I could play it with friends. I played it with you, I played it with Peachy, I played it with Nexus, I played it with a whole bunch of people. And it was fun to
Yeah.
play it with other people. It was fun to have things to do with other people all the time because it was
Mhm.
let's go explore this open world together. My favorite thing still to this day is whenever you, me, and my sister sat there and fucking launched
And
Nahida
launch
across the
Nahida.
map.
Yeah.
That
That
is
shit was
still
great.
my favorite thing that we have ever done in that entire game. That and us
It
just
is
screaming at Nexus going, a piece!
a beast. It was that. You know what's even funnier about that?
What?
Us doing that with Nexus is what made me pull for Albedo. Because I just loved the uppies mechanics so much. Come to find out that now Albedo's fucking insanely broken, and so in the very limited time I started playing Genshin again to try and get back into it and see what all they changed, I had a really cool like Albedo Venti team that was just obliterating everything. Game's still bad though, so I uninstalled it.
Yeah,
Uh,
Genshin seemed like such an amazing game to start out with because of the fact that
Yeah,
it was a free game with a giant world with a story that I gave a fuck about at the beginning. Um
I
until I
I am glad that Genshin. Sorry to cut you off. I'm
You're good.
glad that Genshin exists because it definitely got the gacha genre to be more than just a gacha game.
Yeah, because most gacha games up to this point were like games like Uma Musume, where you've got like one goal that you've got to go towards, or like
Right.
the original Arknights was a tower
Fucking
defense.
yeah.
Um,
There's the Cookie Run or whatever the fuck.
yeah, I don't even know what the hell that is. Blue Archive, I believe, was a strategy defense game. You had
I
fucking
think so.
Nintendo making a gacha game with Fire Emblem for a bit that played
Yeah.
like a Fire Emblem game, and I won't lie to you, I spent a ton of money on that. That was my first gacha game. But I I am so glad that Genshin came along and at least evolved gacha games to where now we have
Yeah.
games like Wuthering Waves and Tower of Infinity or whatever the fuck it's called, Tower of Fantasy.
Tower of
Um,
Fantasy.
and like I think Star Rail is at least okay. I think that was actually a step back, but that's just me. Um,
Yeah, I agree.
I think that Zenless was a step way the fuck back whenever they fixed the combat, but they made it to where everything was now in stages again, which means it was just a Closer's clone. Um, and then just now we have Arknights here, which is in a semi-open world. You've got different lands and stuff like that. But it
I would classify it as open world because while yes, you're kind of closed off until you progress through the story in terms of being able to go to the different regions, each region is fucking massive and there's so much to do in every region.
that's the thing though, is that Genshin had a bunch of regions where you would go, or a bunch of areas where you would just go around and there would be fucking nothing.
Yeah,
It wasn't like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet levels of there's just nothing here, but it was just fucking nothing for miles, except for we
it was
slapped a
a
random
lot of
hilly churl
nothing.
here.
It was a lot of nothing, and then it's just like, oh hey, you want a random chest? There you go. Oh hey, you know this material that you're actually gonna really need later for a single character that you really want to build because they're really fun? Yeah, there's only one spot that spawns them, and it's way the fuck over there.
Yeah, and then but with Arknights, every single area feels alive. It feels like there's stuff here to do. It doesn't feel like I'm just sitting here like twiddling my thumbs waiting for me to get to the next area. And they even added things like zip lines and stuff like that that make it to where this open world
You,
feels a lot
dude,
smaller.
yeah, I will say I think hands down my favorite thing about Arknights and Field specifically in general
Yeah,
is the fact that everything that you place, whether it be well, not everything, but
yeah.
there are community made zip lines, stashes, all of those things for the most part community made. That's fucking insane to me.
And now, granted, that is the only way that we have anything that is semi multiplayer is that and stock trading. But
Yeah,
it's so cool to me that, like, if I place down a zip line here and I'm just trying to help myself out, I may be helping out some random person who also needs to get up here. And they don't
right.
have to power this zip line. It's just ready for them, ready to go.
It's just there. It's
And as
ready.
long as someone repairs it, it will be there forever. It is so
And
cool to me that they let that be a thing, and they also make it to where if it's an annoyance, you let people not repair it and it goes away, like that fucking
yeah,
box that someone put down of someone's stash. That whenever you went on the jump pad, now it would launch you into the fucking water. That was really funny.
yeah. That was really funny. I think another really cool thing to me about it, and it's again those quality of life things where it's if you don't want to do this thing, we got you. It was the fact that you can share blueprints for factories because I understand that not everyone likes the factory system. And starting out, I didn't think I was going to like the factory system. It's why I was like, "Hey, can you send me a blueprint for this thing just so I can have it?" And
That
then
is
I
not how that
started like
interaction went.
actually well, so when it comes to batteries,
No, so
like when you started making batteries,
the way that the interaction went for me to send you stuff was I went, "Hey bud, check your messages real quick," and you went, "What is this?" And I went, "So I just found out we can share blueprints."
well, yes, but after that it was, "Hey, I don't feel like doing this. Can you send me what you just made?"
Yeah, and then we do it back and
Uh,
forth, and then that's
and
how
then we just
we
did it back and forth.
expanded our shit.
Yeah, but then I started, like, actually, like, trying to understand the factories for myself because I needed certain materials, and I was farther ahead than you were, so I couldn't just ask you for help.
Yeah,
And then I realized I was autistic as fuck and really liked the factories.
yeah. the,
I really liked the
the
factories. They were
factories
really
are
fun.
so fun, dude. I remember whenever we were first sitting down, and like the game finally let us go free. The first thing I did is I ran to the AIC and I just sat there for like 4 fucking hours a day.
Yeah,
Every time I'd
a
come
day.
home from work, it'd be like, all right, I need to fix this factory up because there's something wrong here. Let me just,
I need to fix this factory
I
because
need to,
I had an idea if I make it more efficient.
yeah.
My brain is braining right now.
And
And
then you'd
then
sit down and be like, oh, it's time
And
for
then I
bed.
sat down and I sat down and I would look over at you and I'd be like, "Man, You have so much going on over there. That's so efficient. And now I look at my factory and I'm like, that was not efficient. That was a clusterfuck.
Yep. That was just me trying to learn shit. Now it's like, oh,
Here's the difference, right? It was really efficient until we found out what a depot bus was.
yeah. And
Thanks,
then,
Nexus.
yeah. And then everything started changing.
and
Everything
then and then
changed when
I
the
saw
Nexus
that.
attacked.
Yeah, and then I saw that and went, oh,
Oh, no.
oh, it's all coming together. And then I found out what the
Oh, yeah.
fucking portable stash was. Or
Yeah.
the whatever it is that like you put it there and it links directly to the output or it just sends everything
It
to your
sends
fucking
everything straight into
AIC.
the AIC, which is awesome. Sends it to your depot.
It
But
sends
it's
it to your depot.
awesome. That, and I also
But
like that whenever we need to craft something too, even if it's not in the same region, because each region has its own depot, so each region has its own
yeah,
storage. If I need to craft something and my materials are all the way over in Valley 4 and I'm in Wuling right now, it still lets me craft with materials in Valley 4. I
yeah,
just can't I can't like output from the depot in Valley 4 for something in
yeah,
Wuling. I have to transition
yeah.
that
Which
across.
now that is something that is still really cool to me though, is that you can move your shit from the Wuling factory or from the Valley 4 factory into this one so that you can have certain materials that you need to build shit and make shit and have shit started. And then once you get stuff started, it just goes.
Yeah,
And it
it just keeps
goes.
going.
And it's so
Now, the thing that
rewarding.
we are going to have to get used to is that when they unlock the next area, from what we know, when we finally get the next area, I'm guessing in March or April. We don't
Yeah.
actually know. Whenever we
I have
finally
no
get the
idea.
new, whenever we finally get the new area, we have to deal with the fact that all of our factories from Valley 4, if that's the last area we went to, are going to turn off. So we got to figure out
Yeah.
where our shit's going to go. If you've got stuff that's coming from Valley 4 to Wuling, you're not going to have all that available to you except for what's in the depot, because once that runs out, it's done. Which is going to be a bit of a problem for some people, I'm sure. I'm fine. I'm not using any
Probably.
materials.
Yeah, I'm chilling. The only things that I actually use Valley 4 for right now is selling shit because I make the purple batteries and the purple like the healing item and go from there. I don't even use that healing item anymore because the fucking ginseng or whatever drink that you can make in Wuling is just so fucking insanely good that I just use that instead.
I
So,
I
Valley
still
4 to me, the only useful thing about it is that, I kind of can't mine amethysts in Wuling right now.
yeah, the
So,
weird thing for me
um
in terms of that is I don't use healing items very much. I rely very heavily on my characters to heal me. Which is weird because in the beginning I was using oh gosh, I forget her name. What's the one that looks like a nun? Um
Shahi.
yeah, I was using her for all the time. And apparently her healing's not great, but she was doing fine for me. And then
Her
I
healing
and then I
her
tried the sheep.
healing's not great if you don't know what she's doing because you're gonna think she's not healing you.
Yeah. And then I tried the sheep. And I hated the sheep initially because you have to go around and run toward each item. And then I realized, no, she's making enough of these. It just kind of hits me.
It just kind of hits you, and in reality, if you're fighting like a boss enemy, you're already running circles around it the entire time.
Yeah, well, unless you had an easy
So,
time on the final boss of Valley 4 like I did, which was weird.
yeah, I don't understand how you had such an easy time with that.
I had
Now,
I had the post nerf experience on the pre nerf patch.
yeah, you really did because for those who have fought it, the final boss of Valley 4, like the
I
this
still don't.
motherfucker didn't see the fucking slamming attacks
I
at all.
still don't think that boss needed a nerf.
I don't think it needed a nerf at all. I don't think any of the I think if any of the bosses needed a nerf, it was the fucking second one. It was the
The
three phase
sec
one.
Yeah, the 3-phase one needed a nerf or at
And
least a
and
way to be
here's
able
the
to
thing.
see it easier.
No. Here's what I think it needed a nerf on. It needed a health nerf. It had way too high of a health pool.
Yeah, especially for being a 3-phase
It
boss.
still does. For being a three phase boss, it has such an insane
And
health pool.
instead they
It
nerfed the
has
first one and the last one.
yeah, I don't know why the fuck they nerfed the first one. That
The
makes no
first one
sense.
was easy.
That thing hardly moved to begin with, and now I don't see it move at all.
I
That
mean
that
it
that dude uses 3 attacks, and they are the easiest attacks to ever dodge.
it gets a little bit more difficult whenever you finally get up to like the insane levels of fighting it, but it's still not
No,
that hard.
no. I, Bud, Bud, I sat here and fought the level 90 variant of that boss with a level 60 Yvonne that wasn't built for shit. Okay?
and I did it almost hitless. Okay, I don't want to hear that boss is hard at the higher levels.
I mean, it may be a
I don't
little bit
want to fucking hear
harder
it.
than the original ones.
The hardest
I
thing about that fight was that it's just tanky whenever you're fighting it with level 60 Yvonne, and mind you, at the time, Yvonne did not have a good Yvonne team, so Yvonne was doing very little damage.
will say a complaint about that fight in terms of how easy it can be. The parts of the fight where you have to go behind the walls, I think that should be
Yeah.
it. I think that should be a you need to dodge this. I don't think that should be a you go behind the walls type thing. I don't think it needs to be a gimmick
Yeah.
fight. I think it needs to be a you need to have skill, get good, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that was just I think that was just a way to get you in the mindset of knowing that you're gonna have to do stuff like that because in the second fight you have to like get in that little tree area
Yeah.
to evade the one hit attack.
Yeah, I get why they did that. Also, that entire area where you would die if you got hit by a shockwave
Yeah.
coming out of that is the one area of the game where I was like, I feel like I should be annoyed, but I'm having too much fun.
Here's the funny thing, I watched you do that and I'm like, oh man, that looks like hell. And then I realized, oh, he was just like not timing it correctly, and I didn't die or take any damage or do anything like that an entire time through that area.
Yeah, the only time I really had an issue was those little crawlers that went behind the fucking wall. I didn't realize they were gonna do that,
Yeah.
and I fucking died twice to them.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how you didn't know because the second that they popped up, there was a tutorial for it.
Yeah, but I knew they were gonna
So,
move. I didn't
even-
know they were gonna go behind the fence where I couldn't be in the range of it. They didn't show that.
I don't know. I think yours bugged out
Mine?
because
I
mine
think.
didn't go. Mine didn't.
Oh
go
yeah, no,
behind
it
the
goes behind the
fence.
fence. It'll go behind the
Mine
fence
did.
for 1 second. It'll go
Mine.
behind the fence, and it'll only be whenever that fucking shockwave comes through. It's really annoying.
Mine did not go behind the fence at all. I think yours bugged.
I don't think mine bugged because it definitely seemed because it had a pathway done out for it because it had a cave where it was supposed to go through and everything like that, and it was supposed
Yeah.
to go through there, but it went right through there, and I couldn't get within range of it. I don't think that was a bug out because it was still within its pathway.
I think either it bugged out or you went in a route that wasn't intended. Because for me, I never had to worry about being on the other side of a wall than the thing.
I'm gonna look at a fucking. Well, you are so it wasn't on the other side of the wall. You know that there's an area where you have to go between two fences.
Yes.
And the bug's right there. So the bug
Yes.
in between those two fences will eventually walk off if you wait too long. And I was talking to people.
Oh, you just waited too long.
I was talking to people, and then I was running,
Oh.
and then I was like, okay, the shockwave came. Let me go run over. And as I was doing that, he was going right off screen, and I was like, what the fuck?
I
Hep,
see.
hep, hep. And then I died.
See. You waited too long. Okay, never mind. That makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah,
That makes some more.
if you just speed run through it, he doesn't do it. Because like the
Yeah.
second time, I just
I
ran straight through
speedran
it, and I
through
was
it.
fine.
Yeah,
But I was
speedran through it.
I was
didn't have a single
conversating
problem.
with people. We were having a good time. We were all chilling. We were having
Yeah.
a great time.
We were all chilling.
Now the game is to the point where all of us are sitting here like, well, where's the next story or where's the next event? Give
Yep.
it, please, because our factories are good. Everything else is good. I just need to fucking go.
Yeah, my factories, they are all completely self-sufficient. My Wu Ling factory I'm very proud of because I don't have a single fucking output or input on one side.
Hi, my fucking internet went. Well, not my internet. My power went out
Your
for a second.
power flickered.
So
I'm so glad you recorded hybrid MP4s.
yeah,
man.
we were
Oh,
so
man.
worried. The fucking
You-
thing, everything in my house went
I-
black. It was awful.
I watched the stream. I heard you just like cut out, and I watched the stream of the recording to see the PNG tubers. I watched your mouth just stay open, and I started laughing because I'm like, "Oh, his fucking internet died again," because you had an internet outage for most of the day. up
And then
until
you
this
got a
point.
DM that just said, "I'm pissed."
And then I got a DM that said, "I'm pissed. My power flickered, and my balls felt like they went in my ass."
You had ball
Like-
drop hill without needing the hill. It was great.
I had ball drop hill without the hill or the car. Like my balls like dropped so hard.
It was that
Oh
was
my
pretty
God,
that was pretty bad. I
man.
went over and checked on the aquarium too to make sure everything turned back on from that. That's all good.
Oh
at
yeah,
least.
yeah. That's
But
good.
yeah, everything flickered and everything went off. Anyway, back to conversation.
Yeah,
because
so
so
Yeah.
the conversation cut off. Gene was talking about his Wu Ling factory, and
Yeah,
how
my
proud he
ruling
was of
factor
it.
is completely like self-working. Like it doesn't need any inputs going into it, any outputs going anywhere other than to the fucking the remote send shit to
Remote depots, I think they're called, or whatever they're
depot
called.
shit thing. I don't remember what they're called. I just know they're amazing and I
Yeah,
use them everywhere.
yeah, they work great. I didn't start using them until you showed them off in your factory, and I was
Yeah,
like, "What the fuck is that? And how does it work?" And you went, "Oh,
yeah.
it's like this, and it takes it to your depot." And I was like, "I don't need to have just go back to the exit. I don't
And
need to
I
have
went,
it leave."
no, you can just
And immediately started
have it
reworking
new.
everything.
Have it new.
Fucking Noom. I mean, every single time I hear Noom, I just think of the raccoon running around in Marvel Rivals.
Me.
But in conclusion on the Arknights thing, because we've been talking about it a lot, really fucking loving that game. I'm really
Yeah,
excited for
loving the
more of it.
game.
I'm just hoping they don't go down a route that ends up in the same area as Genshin, where I get bored and I don't want to touch it again. Because they have one shot. They have one shot to not fuck it up. And if they do, they lose like a lot of people, I think. Unless you're like, there are still people who are playing Genshin to this day, like including people we know, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. I can't do it. Oh, please don't tell me everything died again.
No. Sorry. I was sending a message.
I went, oh fuck, not again!
Not again!
Oh
Man.
we cover everything? No, we did not. No, we did not. I was about to
no.
say, did we talk about everything? No, we did not. I had one more thing I wanted to fucking get.
You want to let it rip? Let's let it rip.
Okay. So, we use a wonderful platform right now called Discord. Discord is something that we have used for probably about 8-9 years. It has been our main platform for years. We have used this as our chat platform, as our media platform, as is how we talk to friends, as is how we make friends. What we use whenever we're playing Minecraft, what we're using whenever we play VR chat games and all that stuff. We were ready to go. So Discord, as of the next month, will be rolling out ID verification or face scans being required for you to use any NSFW channels, or if they deem a photo in your DMs to be of any NSFW type things, they're going to block you from seeing it until you can verify your age. I have a couple problems with this that I'm going to go through at some point. My main one being that I have seen how shitty their filter is. When we had NoGuard fucking send a picture of a cute Eevee in the Honey Clan server, or the not the Honey Clan server, the Honey SMP server whenever that existed, and it fucking blocked him from sending it and said it was too NSFW for the server. He sent me the fucking picture in DMs, and I went, how the fuck? So I have a little bit of a problem with this.
Just a little bit of a problem.
Just a little bit of a problem. A couple of them, actually. One of them being right now that Discord has gone back on its word, because originally they were going to be using a platform called KID in order to do the face verification and the ID verification. The one thing about KID that I did like, and I think you would have liked this too, and honestly, I would have been willing to give them any information they needed if they had continued using this. Everything is done on device. The only thing they send is a piece of metadata that says, hey, yeah, they're good, or hey, no. And that's all it sent off. It didn't send off a picture of your ID or anything like that off to Discord servers. Now, they're using one called Persona. They have started using this in the UK right now, and this is the one they're going to be using apparently whenever they roll it out here. Persona is sending your entire ID off to a server in order to have it get verified, which is a problem, but not for the reason that people are pissed. Discord last September had their Zendesk get hacked, and about 70,000 IDs were leaked out onto the internet. This include anything from your address to anything you were sending in the Zendesk. The problem that I have with people using this as an example is that the Zendesk is what was hacked, not Discord, and not any of these verification services. If you had to use a face scan in order to do it, your ID was not leaked. Your ID was leaked from you having to verify that I am not 13 whenever you got banned for doing so and needed to do a ban evasion, because they weren't deleting the fucking data. which is exactly what this persona thing is going to be doing, which makes it a problem. Because originally this was going to be a happy topic where I was just going to bitch at how people were taking it. And now it's that I'm actually pissed at Discord.
Yeah, I don't typically follow all of that, and honest to God, the main reason is I don't I don't see a need for me to even verify my thing. I don't do anything really NSFW over Discord.
I
And even if I do, I think my account's still going to be flagged like we were talking about before.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. They're also they are scanning devices, your activity data, things like how old your account is, and anything like that. Basically, things that are about your account. They are not scanning DMs. They are not scanning calls. They are not scanning server messages for this. They are scanning things about your account to verify. And if they think you are an adult, they will mark you as an adult. You will be able to see this at some point whenever it starts getting rolled out worldwide. It's going to be in your account settings showing what age group am I, and you'll either be labeled as a teen, as a child, or as an adult. I believe it's actually just teen and adult. I don't, because children are not supposed to keep your kids off Discord.
Children, yeah, for the love of God, if you have a child, like if you are a parent, and your child is like, yeah, I'm using Discord,
get them off.
They are not, get them off of this. Genuinely,
this platform is just as bad as Kick. Get them off.
It is just as bad as Kick, as whatever other platform that they could be on. It is so unbelievably unsafe. If you do not have a child who you have taught and they are understanding of the dangers of the internet and the people on the internet and all of that shit,
get them off.
Do not let them on these platforms.
Yeah, you should not be having your children on any of these platforms.
I
would argue that even like Roblox, they shouldn't be allowed.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
And that's like a game that is marketed toward children, and the CEO is trying to make it a fucking dating game.
But that is the problem. That is the problem. It's marketed to children. It's marketed to be for children.
Yeah.
Adults are going to get on that. Creeps are going to get on that to be creeps because it's marketed for kids.
That's just like there was a thing that was trying to be a thing, okay? And I kid you not, this is how it was marketed. It was being marketed as the Tinder for kids. And I looked at that whenever I looked at that whenever that came out. It is exactly what you think. It's supposed to be for making friends. The entire thing was flooded with pedophiles. This was fucking disgusting. And someone thought it was a good idea because they were like, oh no, they're just going to be able to make friends with each other and all that stuff. No. You do not do that.
See, so here's the thing. I feel like marketing and PR teams should learn from big fails. Because here's the thing. Something like that existed. You know what it was? It was called Amino. Amino was a trap central because it was pedo rings and scammers.
Yeah,
that was all Amino was. Any app, any site that is like, oh, meet people in X hobby or meet
people in X great age group or whatever is going to be covered.
It is a pedo trap.
Yeah.
It is a trap. Is therefore it's not that may not be their intention, but that's what it's going to become.
And the unfortunate side of it is there is no level of moderation that will be able to get around absolutely everything, especially whenever you have things like on Roblox. They have a specific thing that says that we will not ban someone for being a creep on another platform. It's stupid, and they really shouldn't do that, but they will not get rid of someone for trying to bring someone off platform. For example, the way most of them do it is by going on Discord, which this is where I start getting into why I think it's a good idea of what they're doing. This is going to make it to where people who are not in the same age group as you are going to get marked behind a message request instead of it being immediately in your DMs, regardless of if they are in a server with you or not. This is also going to prevent them from being able to access not safe for work channels, such as something that happened recently that I won't go into too detail on because we're not a drama channel, where a kid was found to have been in NSFW chats and being exposed to things that they really shouldn't have been, such as a bunch of really degen stuff and gore and all that stuff that they shouldn't be in whenever they were the ripe age of fucking 14. Shouldn't even have been on Discord, in my opinion, at that age, but that's a different story. You're technically, once you're above the age of 13, you're allowed to be on Discord. As long as you don't say you're not under that age, then you're fine to be on Discord.
Yeah.
I do think that there are some positives to this. I think it makes sense for them to have to do this at some point. It just seems odd that they're doing it now.
It does seem odd that they're doing it now, but I can understand why they're cracking down on it now because of all of the shit that's happened in recent times with all of the Roblox shit.
With all the
Like
yeah.
that one dude on Roblox getting banned, and now there's like the lawsuits because he was basically being the Chris Hansen of Roblox.
Oh god, I hate the fact I forgot his name, and I had a browser tab open with a bunch of stuff I was
I
going to talk
I, I
about, but
don't
all that
remember
shit
his
closed
name
down.
right now either, but like his shit is huge, and I love what he's doing and why he's doing it.
Well, yeah, and like
And it's
his,
sad that he got the treatment that he's getting, but I'm glad that
it's such,
he is doing what he's doing.
and it's such an awful thing that like, no matter, got to make this clear, no matter what platform you use, there is gonna be pedophiles going through it.
Oh, 100%.
There
Creeps are.
you can be on any platform, it's gonna happen. There
Yeah,
is no way
it's gonna
around it.
happen.
I don't care what it is, and honestly, I think this is a good wake up call for like, hey, parents, take care of your fucking kids. Because like every single platform is fucked.
Yeah. I think it is very important, and I think people can disagree with me on this, and that's fine. I'm more than willing to have a conversation about it. But I am a firm believer that up until a certain age, parents should 100% be monitoring, checking anything that their kid is using social media wise, specifically social media. I don't give a fuck about anything else, but if you see that they're using Roblox or using Discord or using Kick, uh, at the very least, tell them what's wrong with them and maybe look into it and age restrict shit because they could be getting into things unknowingly.
Yeah, like just a small thing. Like let's say that they're joining in a bunch of servers and stuff like that. What you can do is you can join those servers yourself and see what kind of places it is and see if it's things that you
Right.
don't want them being interacting with, or oh no, this is just a bunch of friends and they're fine, or anything like that, where you can find out if this is something that is going to be bad for them or something that's going to be okay for them and they could learn from things here, or if it's going to completely ambush them down a hole. The biggest problem of what's going to happen here is there's now going to be these predators are going to be starting looking for alternative platforms too, just like the children are who are worried about being restricted from these platforms.
Exactly.
I am going to be naming a couple here. I am going to tell you no one is going to be moving off of Discord. I don't care how much of you are saying, oh yeah, we're going to move to this or that or this or that. You're not going to move off of Discord because the communities are all there. There's the unfortunate truth for you all. With that being said, there are alternative platforms that exist, and I have explored a ton of them. If you are looking for the Discord competitor that is going to be able to handle you, you should move to Stoat. That is the only one that is available right now. They are going to have to eventually obey the exact same laws, though. Most platforms are. Unfortunately speaking, they're all going to have to deal with having to have ID verification built in for most places.
Yeah. And that's what's even bigger about that, though, and this is something that I definitely want to bring up because I am a big believer that this is a smart idea. If you live outside of the US, more specifically in the UK, I don't know if this is something that they are passing or have passed or will be coming up or is in talks
Is
of
this
coming
the
up.
ID verify?
So it's the ID verification of multiple things, but it's being unable to access any form of social media unless you can prove that you are 16 or older.
I did not know that was a thing. That's the thing in
That was the
Australia
thing
right
that I
now.
heard about. It is a thing in Australia as well. But Tay was talking about it, and me and her were having a conversation, and I had the realization, it's like, I think to those who are currently under 16 and are very used to social media, they're going to feel like their lives are being ripped away and whatever, and it's going to be sad for them. However, for the upcoming generations, for people who don't know what it's like to use Discord and have to worry about the constant fear of, oh, hey, this person might be a predator trying to message me and get me into weird shit, they're not going to have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Because by the time that they're allowed to use social media, their brains are cognitive of, oh, this person's giving really weird vibes.
I would hope so. Well, also, I would say that some parts of the internet has been nice and like educating people and being like, hey, you see that right there? That's not good.
The internet is doing a very good job of educating people. I think personally, and some people might fight me on this, but honest to God, if you are someone, let's say, under the age of 16, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
If you are someone under the age of 16 and you don't know the things for checking if there are creeps, genuinely there are like Reddit groups or Facebook groups of people who are genuinely of that same age range or maybe a little older, but just there to give you advice of what to look for to make sure that you are protected, make sure that you are going into something that's safe,
I'd
whatever it may be.
I'd be a
Those do
bit
exist.
hesitant to push someone
I
to
would be a
go
bit
to a group
hesitant.
like
I'm
that.
not going to push someone to go to a group, but I'm saying that if you look up on a Reddit post, there's a lot of Reddit posts. I'll say that. Not necessarily groups or chats, but on Reddit there
I
are posts of you if you see this, don't.
I would be. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I would push them more to watching like the predator hunting videos on YouTube than
Well,
trying to
so
push them to go to like a Reddit thing like that because
the
of the
only
fact that it
reason
could be someone trying to seed in information to try and get their
yes.
way out of it.
Yes, however, the only reason that I don't say watch videos is, in my opinion, as someone who did have to do these things, videos are a lot scarier than it is to look in the comments and say, hey, by the way, this was an experience as well. Look out for this.
You say videos are scarier, and my mind immediately went to like the DMV videos where they're teaching you how to drive, and they'll be like, "Hey, by the way, don't drink and drive, or you're gonna end up like this person right here." And they show a video of like someone like flipping their fucking car down an alleyway.
Dude, it just reminds me of the fucking this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Any questions? Yeah, I got a couple questions.
Like that, but yeah, no. I personally have like went to, well, honest to God, the people I went to people, like I went to people I knew before anything because
That's good.
being one of the I am the youngest person in our group.
Yeah,
I've just been around people who I can trust and I know I can trust, and those people have given me ideas and things to look for and helped me go through that. But I personally have also used things like Reddit of seeing people and saying these things. And while
see,
yes, it can't always be trusted, it's that is a resource.
I think this is
That's
a
all I'm
difference
trying to
in
say.
like how you and I grew up because I grew up with the internet in my pocket, but I grew up with the internet in my pocket knowing everything already
Right.
but I didn't know it because like I experienced it or I saw it or anything like that. I
Mhm.
was just kind of like one of those people who I liked chat rooms. I like stuff like that. I grew up in the chat room era where you would sit there and talk to a bunch of random people and no one gave a fuck.
Right.
Very much not good for us nowadays. And nowadays they're full of
No.
bots and they don't exist anymore. But
Yeah.
back in the day, like I didn't really see any of it, and I didn't never see any of this stuff until I decided, like, you know what, I want to see what happens, and I made a new Kick account and just left it, and it
Yeah.
fucking got flooded within like a week of just a bunch of people being creepy as shit, and I'm like, oh, this is what was happening because I never saw
Yeah.
any of it. I never
Yeah.
saw any of the grooming stuff or anything like
Now,
that.
now I never. So here's the difference as well. I wasn't in the chat room era, but even if I wasn't the type of person where I would go in there and talk with random people. I like to stay in my bubble of people,
Yeah,
and
you
if
kind of stuck
someone
with
else
groups.
adds to my bubble of people, then that's fine.
Yeah,
But I
you
didn't
kind
go
of
out
stuck
of
with
my
us.
way to try and join things. I just stuck with you guys, and even whenever I had like more in-person friend groups in school and whatnot, like nowadays, I would find a couple of people, and then slowly people would be added, and I would figure out who I liked, who I didn't like, that kind of shit. But I never went out of my way personally to find people. But seeing in the like in Reddit, seeing people's experiences, that kind of helped me understand that, oh, people can be like this. I'll keep that in mind. And if I do see it, I know what to look for.
I, I never saw any of this like growing up and stuff like that, but I do, as much as I hate it, if it had stuck to the KID stuff where it was on device, I would be perfectly fine with giving
Yeah.
Discord my ID.
Yeah.
I would be perfectly fine with it. It's not the first time that I've had to ID verify for a social media platform. So I would not be upset with it. I've had to ID verify for Facebook before, but that was because of the fact that we had to open up a marketplace. And if you want to have
Oh
a
yeah.
marketplace, you have to ID verify.
If you want to have
Otherwise
a
you have to make
marketplace,
money.
you have to ID verify. Yeah.
So they had to make sure that that was okay, and like I think I've had to ID verify for, yeah, our YouTube channels is connected to my ID. I forgot about
Oh,
that.
I had no idea
Yeah,
about that.
this one's connected to my ID. The Poky Do 2, Poky Plays, all that. That's all connected to my ID. I have given my ID to multiple places. Google probably
Yeah.
has my blood sample at this point.
The only things I've ever like had to ID verify for is like anything legally. Like the IRS obviously has my ID. That's
Well,
it.
so the reason that you have to ID verify for certain things on YouTube is for like links and stuff like that, so you can be held liable if the link leads to anything that's improper.
Oh, I see.
It's for legal reasons. So I mean, that's the reason why they have to make sure you're not going to do anything stupid. Um, but I guess getting closer back on topic.
Hmm.
I posted a Twitter post on about a week ago. Whenever this stuff was coming out, and I kept seeing people in TikTok comments and in Discord servers and in everything like that being like, "Oh, we're all gonna jump ship to this and that and this server, and we're all going to TeamSpeak, and then we're all going to Matrix and all this stuff." I'm like, I have tried every single platform that has been in these comment sections. There ain't a single fucking platform you guys are going to. There's platforms that are gonna have people on it, but I highly doubt that anyone is going to a platform and completely getting rid of Discord with it. Especially being like, you're definitely going to have those friends that you are not going to be able to get to convince to go over to another platform. I know damn well I
Mhm.
couldn't convince half of our friend group to go over to another platform. That's why I'm staying
No.
here. Like if I'll be dead ass with you, if my friend group was still like the small ass one it was before Delta and all that stuff, I would have jumped ship. I would have gone straight out because they would have been doing the same. But with the people we have now, I'm sticking around because I want to have the friends. That's the whole reason you have a social media platform.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get that out of going to another place where you're now basically isolating yourself from people. And I don't think people understand that that's kind of what you're going to end up doing if you just jump ship without all your friends. Is you're just going to end up kind of with no one.
Yeah.
And even with like I've tried Element, it works, but it doesn't have the voice chat. I've tried fucking TeamSpeak is one that I always keep running just as a backup. Because like I know damn well that TeamSpeak works if I need to go somewhere for a voice call and Discord's not working, then I usually go to TeamSpeak. Although nowadays I find out how fucking Steam works. I'll probably go there instead now because I like just randomly calling people on it. It's kind of funny. I still remember randomly calling you while you were playing your own version of Claire, and just being like, "Hey, bud,
Yeah.
hey, Biff." And you're like, "Oh,
Hey,
what the
Biff.
fuck?"
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I was literally in the middle of doing like late game, post game
and you
Claire
just
stuff
heard
on my own
ringing and
file,
went, "What the
and
fuck?"
I was like, why am I getting a call on Steam?
Yeah, out of all things I called you on, I was like, Steam seems like it'd be funny because also I know Steam's
Yeah.
gonna pop up if Discord is on streamer mode or anything like that. But
Mhm.
it was just really funny to me. Um, but yeah, that I think I covered most of my thought process there. The TLDR of it is I don't agree with it, but you're probably gonna stick with it anyway. It shouldn't affect most people because of the idea of them just like using your account data to already figure it out. And if it does affect you, tough shit, and you're not gonna leave. We know damn well.
Yep.
I don't know what else we wanted to talk about. I think that was it.
I don't think there was anything else we wanted to talk about. And if there was, I mean, I think we've rambled long enough.
Yeah, I think we're good. We've had a power outage in the middle of this fucking thing, so it was funny.
Oh God.
It came back on pretty quick. That was pretty good.
It did. It was just a flicker.
Yeah, it's just a little flicker. Hopefully
Yeah.
everything else is okay. Hopefully the Brian shrimp didn't fucking like have a static shock go through their tank or something. That'd be bad.
It's fine.
It's
You
fine.
wake up tomorrow and there's just smoke filling your apartment.
It wouldn't be the first time.
You're right.
Anyway, I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Do we want to do an outro or just fuck you?